So, in the software testing and quality assurance, we are discussing the software quality. We'll talk about the five views of software quality, the McCall's quality factors and criteria, the ISO 9126 quality characteristics, the ISO 9000 2000, or latest we'll talk about 9001 and 2015 software quality standard also, and then we'll summarize. So there are five views of software quality. First is transcendental view, user view, manufacturing view, product view, and value based view. So these five views of software quality. First is the transcendental view. The quality is something that can be recognized through experience. You cannot define it using some tractable form. A good quality object stands out, and you can easily recognize it. The user view of the software quality is quality concerns the extent to which a product would meet its user requirement or user need and expectation. Is the product fit for use? And the view is highly personalized. Some may want another, may want different one, and they will say that this product is good. Some may say that other product is good. So a product is of good quality if it satisfies large number of users. It is important to identify the product attributes which the users consider to be important, these features or attributes. So this view may encompass many subject elements like usability, reliability, and efficiency. The manufacturing view is the view has its genesis from the manufacturing industry, that is auto and electronics. The idea is to ask a question: does a product satisfy the requirement? Any deviation from the requirement is seen as reducing the quality of the product, and the concept of process, it really plays a key role. The products are manufactured right the first time so that the cost may be reduced while making and after uh, delivery also. Development cost should be reduced, maintenance cost means after delivery. And the manufacturing view also says conformance to the requirements leads to the uniformity in products. And some would argue that such uniformity will not guarantee the quality. The product quality can be incrementally improved by improving the processes. The CMM, CMMI, ISO 9001 models, these are based on manufacturing view. Now comes the product view. The hypothesis here is, the hypothesis say, if a product is manufactured with good internal properties, then it will have good external properties. One can explore the causal relationship between the internal and external qualities. For example, the modularity will enable testability by itself. Then comes the value-based view. This represents the merger of two concepts, that is the excellence and also the worth. So the quality is the measure of excellence and the value is the measure of its worth. This is the central idea. What is the central idea? How much a customer is willing to pay for a certain level of quality. And quality is meaningless if a product does not make any economic sense. The value-based view makes a trade-off between the cost and the quality. Then how to measure quality or measuring quality? The reasons for developing a quantitative view of quality is the measurement of user view, measurement of manufacturing view. So the reason for developing a qualitative view of quality is that measurement allows us to establish certain baselines for quality. The measurement is key for the process improvement, and the need for improvement can be investigated after performing measurements. So measurement of the user view, the functionalities which are there, this can be measured. What functionality test cases it has passed, the measure of the delivered functionality, that is ratio of number of past test cases to the total number of test cases designed to verify the functionality. So we can apply the Gibbs technique. The quality concept is broken into component parts until each can be stated in terms of directly measurable qualities. For example, usability can be broken into learnability and understandability and operability, right? So the measurement of manufacturer view in this the manufacturers are interested in certain different aspects, like the defect count, the rework cost. So the defect count, the total number of defects detected during development and operation, and then it is a measure of the quality of the work produced. So one can easily analyze the defect like this. For each defect, identify the development phase in which it was introduced, and then categorize the defect, say based on certain modules, and normalize defect count by the product size. For example, defect density, that is number of defects per, say, 1000 line of code, kilo line of code, and separate the defects found during operation from those found during the development. Then comes the rework cost. Rework cost is how much does it cost to fix the known defects. The development rework cost, this is the rework cost incurred before a product is released, and this is a measure of your development efficiency. In the development rework cost, we have also the operation rework cost, that is the work or rework cost incurred when a product is in actual operation, and this is measure of the delivered quality. So development efficiency and delivered quality. We have McCall's quality factors and criteria. The quality factors which McCall, Richards and Walters studied the concept of software quality in terms of two key concepts like quality factors and quality criteria. Quality factor and quality criteria. So a quality factor represents the behavioral characteristics of a system. For example, correctness, reliability, efficiency, testability, portability. And the quality criteria is an attribute of a quality factor. This factor, the attribute of the quality factor that is related to the software development. So quality criteria are these quality factors is an attribute of a quality factor that is related to the software development. For example, modularity is an attribute of the architecture of a software system. While a highly modular software allows designer to put cohesive components in one module, thereby increasing the maintainability of the system. So McCall identified 11 quality factors, and these are defined here like this: correctness, reliability, efficiency, integrity, usability, maintainability, testability, flexibility, portability, reusability, and interoperability. These are McCall's quality factors. Correctness means the extent to which the program satisfies its specification and also fulfills the user mission objective. Reliability means the extent to which a program can be expected to perform its intended function with required precision. The efficiency means the amount of computing resources and code required by the program to perform function. Integrity means the extent to which access to software or data by unauthorized person can be controlled. And usability means the effort required to learn, to operate, to prepare input and interpret output of a program. Then the testability, the effort required to test a program just to ensure that it performs like what we have intended. And the flexibility, the effort required to modify an operational program. The portability, the effort required to transfer a program from one hardware or say software environment to another. Reusability means the extent to which parts of the software system can be reused in other application, and interoperability, the effort required to couple one system with another. So these 11 quality factors which are defined just now, they are grouped in three broad categories: product operation, product revision, and product transition. So we have just tried to, or McCall has tried to categorize these quality factors in terms of operation, revision, and transition. So I hope by now you understood this. What exactly this means? Means correctness. Means does it do what the customer wants? Reliability, does it do it accurately all the time? Efficiency, does it quickly solve the intended problem? Integrity, is it secure? Usability, can I run it? Maintainability, can it be fixed? Testability, can it be tested? Flexibility, can it be changed? Portability, can it be used on another machine? Reusability, can parts of it be reused? Interoperability, can it interface with the another system? So the quality criteria now, the quality criteria is an attribute of quality factor that is related to software development. What do we mean? Modularity, say, is an attribute of the architecture of the software system. If you have a highly modular software, then it will allow designers to put cohesive component in one module, as we just suggested. So it will increase the maintainability of the system. And we'll see we have 23 quality criteria. These all are quality criteria. Right from the access audit, access control, accuracy, communication commonality, completeness, communicativeness, conciseness, consistency, data commonality, error tolerance, execution efficiency, expandability, generality, hardware independence, instrumentation, modularity, operability, and self-documentation, simplicity, software system independence, software efficiency, traceability, and the training. So these are McCall's quality criteria. In the McCall's quality factors and criteria, the relationship between these two, each quality factor is positively influenced by the set of quality criteria, and the same quality criteria impacts a number of quality factors. For example, simplicity impacts reusability, usability, reliability, and testability. So if an effort is made to improve one quality factor, another quality factor may be degraded. So portable code may be less efficient, say. Some quality factors positively impact others. An effort to improve the correctness of a system will increase its reliability. We'll see in the figure. See this one. So how they are related? As we just suggested, these quality criteria is related with the quality factors. Just take one example. For example, this usability. This is connected with operability, training, and communicativeness. So this is how the quality factors and quality criteria are related. Now we come to ISO 9126 quality characteristics. The ISO 9126 document is the product of an international effort, ISO, International Organization for Standardization. The document defines 6 broad quality characteristics, as we see in the table just now. The document includes an example quality model also that further decomposes the quality characteristics, and we'll see in the figure, just as an example. So 20 sub characteristics for this will be defined. See, these are the quality characteristics as implicated or as being suggested by ISO 9126. Functionality, reliability, usability, efficiency, maintainability, and portability. So what are these? Functionality means a set of attributes that bear on the existence of set of functions and their specific properties. A function are those that satisfy stated or implied needs. When it comes to reliability, a set of attributes that bear on the capability of software to maintain its performance under the stated condition for a stated period of time. Usability, a set of characteristics that bear on the effort needed for use and on the individual assessment of such use by stated or implied set of users. Efficiency, the set of attributes that bear on the relationship between the software performance and the amount of resources used under stated conditions. Maintainability, a set of attributes that bear on the effort needed to make specified modifications that may include corrections, improvement, or adaptations of software to environmental changes and changes in the requirement and functional specifications. The portability, a set of attributes that bear on the ability of software to be transferred from one environment to another. That is, it includes the organizational, the hardware, or software environment. This is ISO 9126. So these quality characteristics, these are again the sub characteristics as we just saw in the quality factors and criteria. Functionality, reliability, usability, efficiency, maintainability, and portability. So these are the more refinements, quality characteristics, and they are similar to what we have discussed in the McCall's, and they have added few more things in ISO 9126. The McCall's quality model, if you want to compare these two, what is called quality factor in McCall model is called quality sub characteristics in the ISO 9126, as we just saw. The upcoming, this one, quality factors and characteristics are found in both the models like reliability, usability, efficiency, maintainability, and portability. The difference between these two models is ISO 9126 model emphasizes on the characteristics which are visible to the user, while McCall model consider internal qualities as well, visible and internal. So in McCall model, one quality criteria can impact many quality factors. In ISO 9126 model, one sub characteristics impacts exactly one quality characteristic, exactly one. A high level quality factor like the testability in the McCall model is low level sub characteristics of maintainability in the ISO 9126 model. So the ISO 9126 characteristic, that is the quality characteristics, the concern are there is no consensus about what high level quality factors are most important at the top level. McCall defined 11 high-level quality factors, whereas there are only 6 in the ISO 9126. So there is no consensus regarding what is the top-level quality factor characteristics or what is more concrete quality criterion sub-characteristic. The ISO, let us learn first 9000 2000 because there are certain changes from ISO 9001 right now, and this is ISO 9001 from 2015. So the ISO 9000 2000 software quality standard, the ISO has developed a series of standards for quality assurance and quality management. We call them collectively as ISO 9000. The ISO 9000 standards are revised and updated every 5 to 8 years, and the standard released in the year 2000. These are known as ISO 9000 2000. And there are 3 components of this ISO. First is the fundamentals and vocabulary. This is given in ISO 9000. In ISO 9001, there are requirements. In ISO 9004, these are guidelines for performance improvement. We have noted that this ISO 9002, ISO 9003, these are parts of ISO 9000 1994, but these are no more part of the ISO 9000 2000, and they are more changed in the ISO 9001 2015. The ISO 9000 2000 software quality standard, their fundamentals they are based on 8 principles. First is customer focus, leadership, involvement of people, process approach, system approach to management, continuous improvement, factual approach to decision making, and mutually beneficial supplier relationship. Okay. The things which are added in 2015 is that first is your risk-based thinking. Now the products are not known as product, but they are known as product and services. And also, apart from this risk-based thinking, because there is no corrective actions, there is no things like that actions. It is all risk-based thinking implied under that. And also, one more thing is added, and that is the context of the organization. Context. And the responsibility is given, or the responsibility is given to on the shoulders of the top level, top management, not only the QMS team, but the top, because the involvement should be there. And it tried to involve this PDCA cycle, PDCA, plan, do, check and act, PDCA cycle. And how it is changed 9000 to 2015, because they want it to be like the other models also. So they may be integrable, like ISO 9001, and then you have this 14001. What is that? 14001, that is the environmental. So there should be an integrability. So ISO 9001 2000 requirements, there are 5 major in this document. First is your systematic requirement, then management requirements, resource requirement, realization requirement, remedial requirements. In the quality standard, this quality standard, we have ISO 9001 2001. We have systematic requirement. These are document the organization policies and goal, and publish a vision document. Document all quality processes and their relationship. Implement a mechanism to approve documents before those are distributed. In the management requirements, generate an awareness of quality to meet variety of requirements such as customer, regulatory, and statutory. Focus on customers by identifying them and meeting their requirements in order to satisfy them, and develop a quality policy to meet the customer's need, and clearly define individual responsibilities and authorities concerning the implementation of quality policies. Then we have resource requirement, that is identify and provide resources required to support the organization quality policy in order to realize the quality objectives, and allocate quality personnel, train personal resource to the projects, put in place a mechanism to enhance the quality level of personnel, that is training, etc. Then realization requirements, develop a plan to realize a product from its requirement, and interact with customers to gather the requirements, classify those requirements, review the requirements, and follow a defined purchasing process by evaluating potential suppliers based on a number of factors such as ability to meet requirements and price. Then remedial requirements, measure and track customers' satisfaction level, perform internal audit, for example, find out whether or not personnel with adequate experience, education and skill, they have been assigned to a project, and monitor process by using a set of key performance indicators. So let us summarize. There are 5 views of quality: transcendental view, user view, manufacturing view, product view, value-based view. The measurement of quality is done for 3 reasons: baseline, quality improvement based on cost, and knowing the present level of future planning, and measuring the manufacturer view, how to measure to defect with respect to defects or defect count, rework cost. The mechanical quality factors we have seen, three classes divided: division, operation, revision, and transition, and also the quality criteria which are related with these quality factors. And we have also seen the global initiatives for quality control, that is ISO 9126, ISO 9000, 2000, that is been changed to ISO 9001 2015, the latest edition, the ISO 9126. So it has 6 quality characteristics and 20 quality sub characteristics. Okay, this we have already talked about. We have seen the fundamentals and requirements of these two, and also the performance improvements. So thank you so much. This was a very brief idea about the software quality, so that you can understand what quality means, why do we want quality, and what are the different models and standards that we can employ. Thank you so much.